Hello, this is Penny Sansaberry.
And Amy Cornell, and we are here with a rerun of a really popular show from 2022, believe it or not, the difference between marketing and sales. This was a big one. We got a lot of comments on it, a lot of emails, and for good reason, because marketing and sales are often used interchangeably, but that's not how it works. It's a common mix up, but it can be a really costly one, and it really ends up derailing your motivation. So we wanted to explain why marketing and sales are two very different beasts and how understanding the difference can actually transform how you approach your book success. And it will actually improve your sales and improve your marketing, but both separately.
Yeah, I think this is great. We're really looking forward to your feedback. We hope that you love these show replays, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Hello, and welcome back to a mini-sode of the Book Marketing Tips and Author Success Podcast. And I'm going to let Amy lead this one because she has strong feelings.
I swear to God, before the end of the year, we need some sort of swag because we've been saying it forever.
Right. Amy has strong feelings. I mean, I do as well, but Amy's feelings are stronger. So Amy, why don't you run with this episode?
Absolutely. And I will say the reason I think I feel so strongly is because a lot of times this conversation happens when authors first reach out to us.
Right.
And most of the time, and I am the one that goes through their contact form and kind of digs into their platform and what they're dealing with and all this kind of stuff to get to know them better. And a lot of times authors lose perspective on the difference between marketing and sales. And truly, as much as we were laughing at the beginning of this, it can actually be kind of dangerous because it affects your outlook on your role as an author.
Yes.
And how you contribute to your own success.
Yes.
And what you think you're going to accomplish by bringing in teams and publicity people and things like that. So marketing is exposure. It's letting the right people know you exist. Good marketing, right people. We've had episodes, I think, on bad marketing, but truly really good marketing is letting the right people that you're going to resonate with most know that you exist, your book exists. But marketing doesn't sell your book. And I know it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around, like, well, why not? Then what is the point? Well, the point is you're not going to sell any books if nobody knows you exist. So marketing is the first step. You got to get people there. You got to get people to the open house. You got to get people, to your front door. And it brings them a lot closer to your book, closer to the sale. But your book, your platform, your branding, that is what actually makes the sale. So the sales part is what you've put out to the world, what your brand is, what your product is. So again, that's your cover, your title, your subtitle, even your description, the reviews you're getting, how you present yourself on a retail page. Those elements are what make the final sale. So marketing is step one. That brings people to the door. Your book and your branding is step two. That is what closes the deal. And it's so important to keep that in mind because, again, having the right outlook and perspective and expectations can make all the difference in the world between how you view your steps towards success. Right, Penny?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I think that that's really where authors get caught up, and marketing is not the same as sales, and marketing done well. So there's an old marketing adage, right, that you need 7 impressions to your book, message, or product to make a sale. I would say in the age of overwhelm, you need maybe 17 or more. You definitely more impressions. Nobody really knows what the exact number is, so it's not just me. But the point being is that you have to look for the right type of impressions. And we've talked a lot about this, and you can cycle through some of the old episodes. Not all marketing is created equal, but impressions to the right market, getting in front of the right eyes, will at some point lead to sales. But focusing on marketing, because we have authors sometimes who say, well, I'm going to invest in this, but then I want to see how many, what my sales are like at the end of whatever, 30 days, and that's really the wrong focus, because focusing on marketing and actionable marketing to the right audience, getting in front of the right readers is the thing that's going to lead to sales. Thank you so much for tuning into this mini-sode on understanding the difference between marketing and sales. It's definitely a short one, but it's absolutely worth mentioning because it's an important distinction. We love hearing your show ideas, getting your reviews, and we have some fun stuff coming up for the new year. I am working on a new edition of How to Sell Books by the Truckload on Amazon. I'm updating that book again. Would love to get your feedback on the prior book. And as I mentioned previously, if I include it in the book, if I include your ideas in the book or make changes based on your ideas, you'll be entered into a contest to get some really cool free stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.